count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's Grant. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down, Trubisky. That's complete to his running back, Grant.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now it's Trubisky. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. He's got Burton here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. All right. Check the
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 5-4. Hey, watch the slant.
26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. And he is the NFC rating Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Get up! 180! Watch the slant!
They will run with Grant, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Come on! 180!
Mike 50! Watch the run.
Here's Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't going nowhere. Watch out. Back. He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
From the 38, Rodgers got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
I'm going to come back to you. Watch the air. Check. Fresno. Also over here. Tighten up.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's keep moving. He's checking.
26.
Crash. Check 13. Check hot route.
We are going.
Watch twist. Switch.
Flip again.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. He gets this to Devontae Adams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. 6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bears 6, Packers nothing.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
We got 4.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Right now. You got 58.
Check 37.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got Biaski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Now he's going to let it go deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes got...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Corey Grant with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
To throw is Rodgers. And the catch good. It's Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Where we go? Check 1. Hatchet. Check 15. Check 15. Hey, leg. Check.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short, only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
50. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I know he ain't got it.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Check curls. Slam. Check 3. Right. Check 99. Check.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Blue 58. Watch 54. Get ready.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. That's complete to Jake Butt. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the Bears first down.
Take it up! 180! You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On first down, Grant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. He'll buy some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Rodgers now on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards.
Check it back.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
58, boys. 58 is Mike. Hey, wahoo! 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Check Mike. Hey, 58 is a mic. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Switches. Inside. Roll back.
Now Rodgers throwing again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Trubisky now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel as time expires in the first half as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
54. Target. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 24. That's no way.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Right there.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
54. Check. 54. I'm coming. Mike inside. Mike 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the